Welcome everybody, hope you're all having a good one, whatever time it is, wherever you're at in the world, I hope you're having a good one today. Today we are in the Covet Group B car, full Group B spec now, not the default car, up to 380 horsepower, reinforced engine block, all the power still going through the rear tires, but a little bit bigger wheels and tires now, comparable to the Scintilla Group B and the default game Group 4 car, which is going to be running in the Group B class for us, just because it more fits that class. But yeah, back to the Covet and this stage. Second stage is Stint 2, right up into the mountains now. All of Stint 2 is a very mountainous stint, or Stint 3 even. I said Stint 2, I meant Stint 3. Stint 2 is along the coast on the other side of the map, but Stint 3 is a whole bunch of kind of mountainous, hilly roads like this. This road here is a default game dirt road. As I mentioned, the car has a little bit of a different engine block. I just made it stronger because if you try to run this much power through it default, it goes kablamo, which is not very productive for stage time. This thing's one of the more difficult cars to drive too. Very, very twitchy, a lot of power. So it's just a lot of micromanaging of the vehicle. Plus such a narrow stage and such a wide vehicle. It's always a challenge. It's part of the fun of it though. Apologies for not getting a video out yesterday, I just didn't have the time with everything else I was doing. So I'm a little bit indecisive there on the throttle, but you don't want to be too confident. Slow down for the road crossing here. Cross what would normally be a paved road, and then back onto the default game dirt. The road opens up a little bit here in this section. Down at the bottom of the dam, there are other stages later in the stint that are up on the top of the dam. So we get it rotated there. The rotatability of this car is a blessing and a curse, because on one hand, you can slide it intentionally and get it rotated very nicely. But on the other hand, you can slide it unintentionally and then it can be a real challenge to bring back. It does have pretty decent traction though, considering it's mid-engine rear-wheel drive. If it was front-engine rear-wheel drive, obviously it'd be a little bit worse. I think every single car in the mod for rear-wheel drive Group B at least is mid or rear engine rear-wheel drive. Now if I get permission from the creator of the Solead Spicia, that'll have a Group B version, that's front engine rear-wheel drive. But I don't have express permission for that one yet. But I only messaged the creator 12 hours ago or so. So they can still get back to me. As for now onto this road might be a little bit familiar to some of y'all have watched other stages. It's one of the roads that gets reused a good bit. Good road though, and this is a custom dirt road. This is really where this car shines, the nice, wide but still technical dirt roads. It's not the most precise car, I guess, this would be a good way to put it, so on really tight dirt roads it begins to struggle with that precision aspect. It's so light that it just kind of floats over the road. Try not to hit any of these rocks. You can see the yellow caution barrier up there, indicating that we're not going to be going straight. In fact, we're going to be ripping another hairpin here. Back onto this common road. Another narrower road, but another dirted up paved road. There's the big jump you gotta brake for. you'll damage your car a couple times over that, and then you'll learn that it's not best to go flat out over it. Gotta be careful with some of the grass too. It's a little bit more bumpy than the dirt, so it can kind of pull you off the road. Now I'm gonna go past some of the roads we were using in Stint 2, back into the arena of Stint 3, although again there's still Stint 2 used some of these roads. There's only so many roads on the map that you can't reuse. And this road is a default game dirt road. Thought we were going into the trees, but we're all good. There's a beautiful view there of the mountaintop town. Brush the bumper on the rock, that's alright. No harm, no foul. Can brake nice and early. Big bump there. This road's always super satisfying to drive. Nice and flowy, a little bit bumpy, but not too bumpy. This thing just dances on the brakes too. Like I'm doing a lot of what would usually be considered left foot braking, where I just kind of drag the brake to get the thing pitched into the corners. It's beautiful to drive. It's one of those cars that you have to work with it. You know, you can't. Oh, we're good. You can't make it do what you want it to do, but once you understand what it wants to do, it is very, very nice. So we're now gonna get it slowed down, dive off into the side road here. A little bit of a bumpier road. If you watch back some of the old, I was watching it today, the old San Remo rally, there's a lot of roads like this, as well as like the really fast roads kind of comboed in. The old San Remo rally was in Italy. So it's nice that the base game map has a lot of these super rough roads to navigate. That's a good variety. But, oh, can't go through a stage in a Group B car without a little bit of a bonk. We're alright. Now we're on to just a little bit of pavement to get across the finish line. Super fun car to drive, this one. Or park it in the sun, throw it out into cinematic camera. Yeah, 350 horsepower, super tricky to drive. If you know how to drive it really well, it's a super fast car, but it's a steep, steep learning curve. And certainly if you're not used to it, it's a tricky one. But 8-minute stage for that one, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you for the next one.